I am Laura Thorne, the executive producer of the Art of Movie Making Film Festival. Today I am going to be joined by Martin Perry, who goes by Poor Marty, who is a graphic designer and gamer who's going to be participating in our event both as a screener and as a panelist for our Atlanta Regional Summit coming up June 20th to 22nd in Atlanta at various locations. So please check out tickets on Eventbrite. Friday, June 20th, we are going to be at Joystick Game Bar for a casual meetup, and then which we have tons of signups for, so get those tickets fast before we close the doors on that. And then Saturday, June 21st, we are doing screenings all day, well, from 1 to 6 at Look Cinemas in Brookhaven. We have some awesome shorts to share. And then on Sunday, June 22nd, we are having our summit event, which is happening at the Monday Night Garage on Lee Street on the west side of Atlanta. And then we'll be having panels, presenters, speakers, vendors, networking, all of that, and followed by a VIP event. So that is invite only, but if you would like to be invited, feel free to reach out to us and we can send you those details. I see that Marty is here, so we're going to try to get him joined. So again, get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's going to be amazing, and we are celebrating all the time behind the scenes. We're not your normal film festival with actors and directors. They're welcome to present and to be there, but we want them to shine the spotlight with us behind the scenes on the creators. So I don't have my glasses on, so that makes this extra challenging. So I'll keep rambling until Marty gets here. So again, we are having a meetup on Friday in Atlanta, and oh yeah, you're here. Hi, Marty.
How's it going? How's it going?
Fantastic. I'm in a very touristy area of New York City right now in Hudson Yard with the
Nice.
famous, this thing, whatever it's called, the Edge.
hmm
I had heard that they closed it off because people were jumping off of it, but it's open again.
Okay. I just moved from Jersey, so when that was built, I didn't even get a chance to go to it.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It just reminds me of Iron Man a lot.
hmm
So anyway, I just spilled all the tea about the event in Atlanta, so we're ready to talk to you. You know, this is a preview for the events where we meet our participants and just get to know them a little bit before we have the actual event. So you are a graphic designer, motion graphics. Tell us, you know, that's behind the scenes stuff. What is that? What do you do?
So, it- well, my title gets it changes depending on who's asking, who I'm talking to, but um, most of the time I just call myself a motion graphics artist, but I do animation and music. So. I work with Interscope, and when the artist drops a song,
I think your
I'm one
connection
of
is
the
kind of
guys.
coming in and out. Can you switch to cell or maybe onto Wi-Fi?
I'm right now. I'm on
Better.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
off of Wi-Fi.
much better. Yeah, I don't. You would
Okay.
think Wi-Fi would be better, right? But sometimes it's just
Right.
not.
But I'm a motion graphics artist and I work in music. I work with Interscope, and I whenever an artist drops a song, most songs come with covers, and I animate those covers. Um, I've done stuff with Eminem. Who else have I done? The Baby. I do mostly rap. I do some R&B. Summer Walker. I did Black. Earth Gang. I do some pop art, some pop acts also. But I work with most of the roster for Interscope, and yeah, I get to like a lot of the work that I do. I do a lot of tutorials, kind of like an overview of the process because I do a lot of like it's creative, but a lot of it is a lot of technical like
Yeah.
software, moving around, clicking the mouse and the keyboard a lot. So I like to share my process when I'm making these things, and that's kind of like my favorite part of making some of this stuff is sometimes is just sharing how I did it. Because I'm like, ooh, like I don't think they seen this
Yeah.
before. But I get a little excited sometimes about just sharing the process more than actually sharing the work. And sometimes, like, and if you look online, sometimes like that's even more like people don't care about like the actual product; they care about how you made it. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. So tell us about like one of your most recent projects and what was the process behind that?
um, so hmm, work wise, I've been working with one of the last projects I did was Pierre Bourne. He dropped he's a rapper. He dropped a cover, and most of the process is just taking a picture into Photoshop and cutting it up. And because what I after I cut it up, I take it into After Effects and I do some motion graphics stuff, moving all of the little pieces that I cut up and move them around and export a
Yeah.
video. So
So when
it,
they come to you, do they tell you what they want, or you have to say, "Cool, this is what I can do for you"?
so sometimes it's a mixture of both. Some like there are times where they're like, we want, can you do this? Can you do that? We want to see this, we want to see that. And then sometimes they'll say, um, do what you can. There's, sometimes the covers are just pictures of the artist or just random shots of random things, and it's like, do what you can. So I do get the opportunity to be really creative with a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. Um, there's, working with plugins and different tools give me like a lot of options to get creative with a lot of the stuff that I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And then you're also screening. So can you give us a little, not too much information, but a little teaser about what you're going to be showing?
Yeah, so along with a lot of the motion graphic stuff, I've always loved making films, animated. I had a little stint on YouTube, so I've always been like really deep into storytelling and writing my own stuff. So I'm working on a short, animated short, um, and how can I put it without giving it to? It's about the future.
Nice.
AI is kind of like this big, like topic, and it's about what the future could become, or it's kind of like a teaser into what this could be like in the future. So yeah,
Awesome.
it's from the focus of like a kid. So I think
Sounds
it'll
fun.
be,
I can't wait to
yeah.
see it. So that's great. And we're, again, excited to have you participating on Saturday and Sunday with us. So say a last few final words, anything you want to say, and encourage people to come hang out with us for this event.
Last word. Yeah, I don't, I think it'll be a lot of fun. This is my first time, so I think it'll be fun. And I like talking. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about, but so I think it's always a good time when I can share my weird wisdom and fun things that come off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
I don't know. But
No, I love that. We
so
are
yeah,
behind the
come
scenes
on
are different.
by.
Yes, come on by. That's who cares is another tagline. Come on by. So yeah, no, I love that. We have weird wisdom because we are behind the scenes people and
Hmm.
no one's ever asking us for our opinions. So
Right.
now's the time, right?
Yeah, and this is like, I've dabbled in, you know, different ways of sharing information. This is probably one of the few times people have seen me. I was like, even when you were asking for like sending the headshots, I was like, can I use my avatar? Because I
Yeah,
was doing a lot of stuff as a digital human.
right.
And so yeah, this is me saying hello in person also for the first time for a lot of people.
Yes, I
But
love that.
yeah, so Yeah,
Yeah, so
it'll be
don't miss it.
fun.
This chance might not come around too often. So
Right.
yeah, so come on out. We're doing this again June 20th to 22nd. There are different venues each day, so make sure you check the website and the tickets for the right information and get to the right place at the right time. But we hope you all will join us. Tickets are on Eventbrite, Luma, Facebook, anywhere. If you can't find it, shoot us an email. And we hope to see you all there. Thanks, Marty. It was great to meet you. Can't wait to see you in person.
Yes, likewise.
Bye.
Bye.